Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and His only begotten Son, called Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders and masters of Great Millstar who ruled well, Wabrak Thom to the hopeful elect. Salakia. Now today through the Spirit, we're going to a quick lesson about famine. Because it's a prophecy that great famine is going to come upon this land. Also with great death, wars, and all types of destruction and calamity is coming to this world, this planet, man. This planet Earth. All right, especially Babylon the Great, known as America. It's called a town called Jacob's Trouble. It's coming across. Oh, as a matter of fact, it's coming across the whole world. But the place it's prophesied to be destroyed is Babylon the Great, being America, man. Spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Also, great famine. Now, this is an article about famine, because we already have famine. Literally just means hunger. It goes back into Latin, hunger. All right, and we know it's a lot of people that are hungry, but great famine is coming upon this land, great hunger. So how many are going to perish from famine? Because it's going to be great hunger. It's going to be a scarcity of food. All right, most likely going to happen during the time of World War III. But this is a war over here in your mind. It says famine stalks your mind as war drags on and foreign aid wanes. For the second time in 3 years, the threat of widespread famine hangs over the war-torn country, where millions are displaced and struggle daily to find food. And that's war. Whenever there's war is when great famine happens, man. And we know World War III is drawing nigh, man. All right. It says, this article is in March 31st, 2021. All right, speaking about famine, because war over there. Then on top of that, they have this pandemic going on to make it even worse. Now let's get this next article. This is today. It says U.S. hunger crisis persists, because famine means hunger, especially for kids, older adults. It says America is starting to emerge from economic crisis caused by the pandemic, but there is still no end in sight for food insecurity, especially for children and younger adults. All right. And right now it's not nothing right now, man. But we know that it's time, and through time it's gonna get way worse than this, man. We're still chilling. This place still chilling and relaxed. But the Lord is about to bring evils upon this place, and we're in the beginning of those evils right now. Lord is getting ready to bring mass judgment to this place, man. All right. But I'm going to read this. It says America is starting to claw its way out of the economic fallout from the but food insecurity persists, especially for children and younger adults. Food banks around the U.S. continue giving away far more canned, packaged, and fresh provisions than they did before the virus outbreak tossed millions of people out of work, forcing many to seek something to eat for the first time. Those who are now back at work, many are still struggling, paying rent or to rebuild savings. Now, if that happened right now, how much more whenever, war happens, whenever the Lord brings more evils upon this place, because famine is a prophecy, man. That said it's happened, because Jacob's trouble is going to well outdo any time that ever happened. And this is a famine in Samaria. This is an example right here. This is 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 25. And the Lord said Jacob's trouble is going to be a time like never before seen. So the famine was so bad like this in Samaria that this happened. But the famine that's going to come now is going to outdo that, the time of Jacob's trouble. It's going to be so much evils on this earth that the great Archangel Michael is going to have to stand. All right? And then Yahushua is going to have to, that's when deliverance is going to happen. But the Lord is going to take care of his elect. And it's only the elect of the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. Then you have the Israelite foreigners mingled amongst the other nations that look like them, but, their spirit bear witness to this truth. They can receive the gospel. But let's read. It says, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it. Now, at one point, the northern kingdom dwelt in Samaria. But soon heathen came and took over. The Assyrians came and took the land and placed heathen over there. just for a little more edification. But let's read from the top. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver. All right, a head. People normally don't eat no head of an animal. All right, it says the fourth part of a cab of a dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. So that was like, the currency was gold and silver back in ancient times. All right, now the famine was so bad that people were being charged for some dove poop. Okay, now if the time of Jacob's trouble is going to do that, how much more the time of Jacob's trouble if it's going to be a time like never before seen? So it's going to do all the famines and all the pestilences and all the things that the Lord brought upon this planet before. Right? And it says, and as the king of Israel was passing upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help my Lord, O king. And he said, If Yahweh do not help thee, when shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? Right? This is a woman. And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son that we may eat him to this day, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So she told the woman that we're gonna eat her child tomorrow. So they ate her. So they ate that one woman's child. And women love their kids, but it got so bad to man. The famine was so bad to whatever it was cannibalism, man. Where they had to eat each other. All right. So the Lord says He's gonna do times like that. So if the famine was this bad back then, how much more now? That's why you gotta seek Yahweh B'Shem Shine, fear Him, dwell in the wisdom, man. Right now. Because the fear of the Lord is going to turn away the wrath that the Lord is going to bring upon this place. It's going to cause you to be the best servant you can be. And the servant's going to be taken care of. All right? But it says, let's read the next verse. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her the next day, Give thy son that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son. So the other woman hid her son, but they ate that one woman's child. And that's cannibalism. And that's how bad the famine was. And the Lord is getting ready to bring a famine that's going to do that. That's why I'm going to get this. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. What day is it talking about? Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble. Trouble coming to you Israelites. Seed of Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. That's why you in the state you're in right now. But guess what? The Lord is getting ready to bring mass judgment to His people. Starting with the ones that know they're Israelites. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? But he shall be saved out of it. The elect are going to be saved out of it. The elect of the Israelites, man. The chosen of the chosen. Because the chosen nation is the Israelites. The so-called Negroes, Tinos, Native Indians. They're all make up the 12 tribes. The southern kingdom and northern kingdom. All right? They make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, the electors is mingled amongst different nations. They're everywhere. All right, you have Israelites everywhere. Their seed, their father's seed goes back to being an Israelite. And their spirit can receive it. Is going to receive this truth at some point. So guess what? They're going to get delivered. Right? But it says a time like there's no time like it. So guess what? It's going to do any other time that was brought. Any famines and all those things is going to do it. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 18. These visions Esdras saw. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. All right. Beginning of wars. And the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. That's the Lord finna bring. Evils. That's just the beginning of things I just named. That's the beginning. It says that in Matthew the 24th chapter. That's the beginning. What shall I do when these evils shall come? These bad times. Lord finna bring evils on this place, man. You better repent, you Israelites. This is the 19th verse. Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. That's the Lord finna bring to this place, man. A famine like never before seen. This is the 20th verse. But for all these things they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges. Guess what? Israelites still gonna keep being wicked. They gonna keep being wicked and offending Yahweh Shai. So guess what? When he brings that wrath, then they ain't gonna be able to be surprised when it come their way. Cause they didn't what in the world? Is that a rabbit? Slakia. But they didn't, but you know, they didn't want, they wanted to keep, they wanted to keep sinning and being wicked. All right? Committing all those iniquities and stuff, man. So when the Lord brings that wrath upon them, they don't need to expect to get delivered or nothing, because y'all wanted, you asked for it. You didn't want to depart from that evil. You wanted to keep sinning and being wicked. And you didn't want to fear the Lord, so he's going to make you fear him. This is the 21st verse. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. So everything going to be all good. You know, all the stuff, you know, that you see, it seem like everything going back to normal. Bringing prices down that build and stuff and all that. Everybody think everything cool is good. Right? But guess what? The Lord's going to bring destruction to this place, man. Okay? Lord's about to plague this place and bring evils. All right? And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion is coming to this place, man. All right? And it's already happening right now. It's just the beginning. This is the 22nd verse. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. Hunger. Right? That it says that escape hunger, that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So they're gonna be destroyed. The Lord's gonna have all these countries shoot ICBM nuclear missiles at America, being Babylon the Great. And then when the Lord comes in those so-called UFOs, which are really chariots, those are vehicles of Yahweh Shai, that's gonna be beaming fire down, man. All right, Lord's finna bring a lot of death and judgment to this place, man. And that famine is one of the prophecies, many prophecies that he's gonna have. One of the evils that he's gonna have upon people. Hungry, man. People gonna be dying because they ain't getting nothing to eat. It ain't gonna be nothing to eat. But this is Ecclesiasticus, known as a Sirach, chapter 40, verse 9. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. So all those evils are created for what? It's created for who? These things are created for the wicked. So famine, all these things, man, all those evils, and for their sakes came the flood. So you have the wicked of our people, the 2/3, who are going to take part in that, because guess what you didn't do? You want to dwell in the fear of the Lord. You didn't want to fear Yahweh Shai and do his will and be a servant. So guess what? All that stuff, all the benefits servants going to get, you're not going to get those. It says, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. So everybody who didn't want to do the will of Yahweh Shai, you're going to be, all those evils are going to be brought upon you because you chose not to dwell in fear. But I'm going to end it off with this. This is Psalms chapter 33, verse 18. Behold, the eye of Yahweh is upon them that fear him. All right, his angels, upon them that hope in his mercy. Now let's get the next point right here. To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine and hunger. All right, the Lord is bringing all types of evils upon this place, including famine. It's a prophecy. All right, so seek Yahweh Shai while you have a chance, man. All right, it's time to examine yourself and make sure you're right in the spirit. All right, before all hell really breaks loose, because we're in the beginning right now, man. But anyways, that's it. I'm gonna end it all by saying, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Till next time, Shalom.